everybody, and today I needed a brief moment of redemption from my absolutely horrible attempt at jewelry making from a couple weeks ago, which I will link right up there for you guys to see if you want to watch me struggle and just ultimately be totally defeated by the end of my craft. That is totally up to you, but this week I'm going to do something that I feel a little bit more confident in, and I'm going to be using as much metal as possible because I can't mess up something that somebody else has already put together for me. So, what you're going to need for this particular craft is going to be some lengths of chain. I pre-measured these to be a little bit longer. I would say maybe half the distance from my earlobe to my shoulder, as well as these earring pieces, and 4 jump rings, 1 for the top and then 1 for the bottom. You might also want any kind of charm that you want, or in my case, I'm going to be making my own tassel charms out of some embroidery floss, which you can pick up at pretty much any store for around 40 cents. I also have some needle nose pliers as well as some wire cutters, just so I have an extra set of hands around here, and I think it's time for us to get started. So first things first, you're going to actually want to take a jump ring. I've used gold today because it's what I had on hand, and you're going to want to open your jump ring up. So if you look nice and close, this one's kind of wrapped over on itself, so we're going to want to open that up just a smidge, all the way. So you'll have a little bit of an opening like that. You're going to take your earring piece and slip the open end of the jump ring into the loop once my camera decides to focus. So it'll look a little something like that. And then you're going to take your chain. I've selected one specifically with large loops so that I can slip it into that top loop. And then once again, we just close it back up. You can choose to overlap or just make sure that there is not a hole. And this is essentially the top part of the earring. I'm going to do this to my other one and then work on the charm at the bottom. Alright, so now we're going to get to work on the charm, and what you're going to do is just start kind of letting your string loose, and I am taking 2 fingers, starting at the bottom so that it kind of wraps around a little bit, and I am wrapping some string around my fingers 6 times. Doing much more won't make it go through the jump ring, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let that come down, and you're just going to want to take some scissors and cut that off. It's okay if it's not perfectly in line with the rest of the thread. We will be trimming our tassel a little bit later. So once you have that done, you can take it off of your fingers. I kind of twist it up just to kind of make a nice little point, and you're going to take that jump ring that you have, and you're actually just going to kind of pop that looped end through your jump ring and pull until it's about halfway through. So at this point, it should look a little something like this. Try to keep it as centered as possible. It'll make it easier to trim later. Now what you're gonna do, take a long piece of string. I'm just gonna go maybe a couple of like bended lengths. You're gonna wanna be able to tie a knot with this. And what you're actually going to do is fold your loop over, something like that. You're gonna hold it down here. Make sure that you're not knotting the actual jump ring anywhere in here. You are going to tie this around the very top of your string. So I'm kind of holding it down with my thumb and finger on one hand and then doing the tying on this side. There we go. I think I might have got it. And just tighten it. Ah, it's coming over the loop. There we go. Okay, so I got one knot in there. I'm going to use this time while the knot is still loose to kind of adjust anything on either side. Make sure that they're nice and even. This one's just slightly higher, so I'm adjusting that way. And then when you're confident in the way you have your tassel set up, you should tie it a second time just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Nice and tight. And I'm actually going to cut off this top piece that's dangling off the top, but since this bottom piece is hanging down, it'll blend right into the rest of the tassel, so no need to do that. Just take a little snip, nice and close, flip it over, and you're actually just going to go through and cut through those loops that you had. So now you have some free-falling pieces. Here is where you pretty much make it perfect. Trim off any extra long bits. And you should have a tassel just like this. Matches the other one just about right. And all you're going to do now is make sure that you have your opening of your jump ring at the top. You're going to open that up and slip it on to the bottom loop of your earring. Open, slip on. Oh my goodness. And then close her up. There we go. And there you have a nice pair of shoulder duster earrings. These tassels can obviously be swapped out with any charm or any other color of tassel. This is how they look like on. I think they are just super cute, and these would make an excellent gift for somebody. I also have to thank a friend from college for giving me this teeny tiny tassel idea. I thought that she actually did make some earrings with mini tassels on them, like kind of hoops, and they were attached to the hoops, and I thought they were just so cute, but a little too complicated for what I'm going for. So I kind of adapted that idea of making teeny tiny tassels and put it into this. I think they're very cute. I'm definitely actually going to be giving these away as a gift to a friend for her 21st birthday. But thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, feel free to like and subscribe, and hopefully I will be seeing you next Sunday for another crafty video. Bye!